Starting with the name of Allah, the most compassionate and most gracious and most merciful. I'm glad to be here once again with you, dear students. Assalamu alaikum. Hope that everyone is fine in wishing you a healthy and happy and joyous life ahead. Today we're going to discuss about lecture number 13, that is intelligence. So the topic today we're talking about, that is intelligent istidad liaqat. So we will talk about the meaning, definitions, types, and some intelligence test or assessment. So these points would be discussed today as an important things to know about what is intelligence. So you see, as we talk about that psychology, the scientific art of living, it means that if you do understand the subject psychology, you definitely understand the art of living, how to live in societies. Understanding the humans' behaviors, understanding the human perceptions, understanding the human thinking, it's a great philosophy, it's a great achievement of a person if you know about the others. Because the main thing in this life is to feel each other, to understand each other, to perceive each other's, to know each other's. Where is normality, where is abnormality, where is a normal situation, where is abnormal situation. So that's why we say psychology, the scientific study or art of living. So today, from all those, one topic that we would be discussing, that is intelligence. So let us talk about the word intelligence origins, that where this word has taken its originations from. Basically, intelligence is a Latin word derived from intelligere, which means to understand, or know. So itself it is Latin words, meaning is to understanding, or meaning to understand each other's. As the word intelligent has been defined differently by different scientists, so the very simple definition is, as we say, if you check it at the dictionary meanings, so you would find the meaning of intelligence as the ability to acquire, to obtain and apply knowledge and skills. Or intelligence is the general capacity of an individual consciously to adjust his thinking to new requirements, or it's a general mental adaptability to new problems and conditions of life, or individual ability to understand the complex idea, to adapt effectively to the environment, to learn from experience, to engage in various forms of reasoning, to overcome obstacles by useful thoughts. Or intelligence is the verbal, practical problem-solving abilities and social competence. On the other hand, psychologists define intelligence as ability to verbalize the problems and achieve the goals. As it is defined by different social scientists and psychologists, that intelligence is the ability to know and adapt to different environment and solve the problem practically and get the maximum output from the environment as it is required for the humans. Or when a person is able, having the capacity just to adapt himself to any sort of new situations. So that is called intelligence. Or adaptability, having the ability to having the ability and curiosity to have an adaptability abilities in order to make an adjustment with a new environment when you're facing. with a new challenging when you are facing. So it's a verbal, practical, problem-solving abilities in social competence. Or we say that intelligence is the aggregate or global capacity of an individual to act purposefully, to think rationally, and to deal effectively with his environment. If a person has this ability has this capacity to act very much purposefully, it means he is acting for a purpose in a right manner, as well as he is able to think about rationally in a logic way, and he is able to effectively deal with any sort of new environment that he is facing. So that is what the ability. So any sort of thing that you can do and other cannot do it, any sort of thing that others cannot adopt to the new situation, but you can adopt yourself. So that is called the ability of intelligence or intelligence. So intelligence is the capacity to understand the world, think rationally, and use resources effectively when we face the challenges. For example, people in business are considered intelligent if they understand the financial world and are successful in making a profit. So that is called that he is intelligent. Students are considered intelligent if they understand the course material and able to learn to obtain above average grades. So we call it that the person is intelligent. Or intelligence is the ability to learn from experience, solve problems, and use knowledge to adapt to new situations. Intelligence is a goal-directed and adopted behaviors, a property of the mind that encompasses many related abilities, such as the capacity to reason, to plan, to solve problems, to think abstractly, to comprehend idea, to use language, and to learn is called intelligence. وقتی که ما دانستیم که به شکل عملی ما مشکل را حل و فصل کنیم، مشکل را حل کنیم، یا بتوانیم همراه هر نوع حالات یا محیطی نو خود سازگار کنیم، خود توافق کنیم همراهشان، این توانی همراه ما باشد. این ما میگیم استعداد یا لیاقت. یعنی انسان میتواند وقتی که یک انسان توانست همراه هر نوع محیط خود را سازگار و توافق کرد و زندگی خود را پیش برد، مشکلات را حل کرد به شکل عملی، پس ما میگیم که انسان استعداد دارد، قابلیت و استعداد این را دارد که زندگی را چطور لید کنه، پیش ببرد. So there is various more definitions about the intelligence, that the general ability of consists of a number of specific abilities. When we talk about that, this general ability consists of a number of abilities. So what ability does it contains? First is adaptability to a new environment or to change in the current environment. So that is the first specific ability. Second, capacity for knowledge and the ability to obtain it. That is the second specific ability for the intelligence. And the capacity for reasons and abstract thoughts is another criteria for being intelligent, or having the ability to comprehend the relationships and having the ability to evaluate and judge, as well having the capacity for original and productive thoughts. It means that his all thoughts and ideas, whether he is creating as a new idea, so that is all about intelligence. So when we talk about that intelligence, it's not a thing or objects. It is a way of acting in a situations. Intelligence is not an object, it is not a thing, but it is the way of acting in a situation to adapt to the new environment. There is considerable controversy over its real meanings. Both times, about half of the experts mention a higher level of thinking process as its elements, while the psychologists disagree on the structures. That's why it say that many of the psychologists are not agree with some of the definition or with some of the concept of the intelligence. So that's why intelligence is the ability to understand each other. So there are various types of intelligence in their characteristics. For example, having the linguistics intelligence. So what does it mean? That if the ability to think in words and to use language to express and appreciate the complex meanings. Linguistics intelligence allow us to understand the orders and meaning of words. So linguistic intelligence help us to apply meta-linguistic skills in order to reflect on our use of language, as well as this intelligence is the most widely shared human competence, and it's evident in poets. You can find such kind of intelligence in some particular number of people's, like you can find this sort of intelligence in the poets, those people who are writing the poems, and as well as the novelist, the dramatist who is writing the novel and drama. And linguistics intelligence, another example, we can have a journalist, an example of the linguistics intelligence these people are having. They have the ability to understand the order and meaning of words, and effective public speakers. These are all examples of the linguistics intelligence. Young adults with this kind of intelligence enjoy writing, reading, telling story, or doing crossword puzzles. So youngs are always busy with doing all these kind of activities. Finally they become linguistics intelligence in having this criteria and having these characteristics, that he can do the things very easily if he is having this characteristics. So we call the person that the person is intelligent. It means that intelligence is not, it doesn't mean it's a thing you will buy from the shop and you will enjoy it and you will become intelligent. It's not a biscuits, it's not chocolates, it's not an edible things. You eat it and you becomes an intelligent person. No. Intelligence, it's the efforts, it's the struggles that is relatively relevant to study more, relatively relevant to get more experience, and that is relatively close to writing and reading and telling the story to the others. And finally you will call it the person is intelligent. Second is logic intelligence, which is also called logical mathematical intelligence, or these people are called number reasoning smart peoples. اشخاصی که در ریاضیات، اشخاصی که در منطق بسیار استعداد دارن و اون ما لاجیکال اینتلیجنس میگیم، که همیشه این افراد در نمبر، در اعداد شمار و در استدلال بسیار تیز و استعداد داره، لیاقت داره، یک استعداد خاص را داشته باشه میباشد. و کسایی که از این نوع خصوصیات برخوردار باشه، پس ما میگیم که such person is having a logical intelligence. So what is logical intelligence? The capacity to reason, calculates, recognize and handle logical thinking. Traits like to count, likes to be organized, good at problem solving. So those people who are number smart, reasoning smart people, they can count very well, they like to be very organized, and they are always good at solving the problem. And these people are having the capacities to think logically and handle or cope with any sort of situation that is really disheartening for us persons. People with this profile have the ability to manage math and logic with ease. They have quick insight which helps them to solve the complex problem alongside an ability to divide the problem into smaller tasks and solve them until they reach the final answer. As you might have seen, the mathematicals or the mathematicians are using the formula and filling up the more space and finally reaching the targets or reaching the answer. So those people who are having the logic intelligence, or their number or reasoning smart people, they are very much good at making the big task into smaller one and finally finding the solution for the problems. So they are very good at solving the problems and having a very quick insight. This helps them to solve the complex problems and they can organize the things very easily. So the next thing and types of intelligence that we are having, that is called kinesthetics intelligence, or we can say bodily kinesthetics intelligence. These people are also called body smart peoples. So you might have seen many people in your surrounding area that they are athletics, they are sportsmen. While they are playing, they play for a long period of time. While they are playing, they have a strong stamina and strong energy. While they are playing, they can control themselves. They can keep their body balance without losing the body balance. They have this capacity to jump on the balance way, to sit and ride and walk and run and exercise or play in a balanced way, as if they are having this intelligence. While if I'm a common person, not an athlete, not a sportsman, if I jump, I may be facing with some sort of problems with I could not be able to make my body balance because I haven't practiced over it. Because earlier I told you that intelligence is the name of efforts. If an athlete can do something, it's because of what? He's doing something because of his practice. While I cannot do this because I'm not practicing over that. So those people who are having the kinesthetics intelligence, they are much more well balanced people, and they are having a very good body postures, and they can control any sort of imbalance situation. The ability of a person concerned with the body movement is called body kinesthetics intelligence. Dancers may say to have this intelligence. So every dancer has their own capacity or capability of body movements. So this capacity to use your whole body or parts of your body to solve the problem, make something, or put on some kind of productions. Traits, those people that they are kinesthetics intelligent, their traits and their characteristics are, these people are good in sense of balance. These people are good in sense of rhythms. These people are very graceful in movement, and they can communicate effectively in idea through the gestures. یعنی کسایی که بازیکن هستن، کسایی که سپورتمن هستن و استعداد کینستتیکس دارن، یعنی میتونه در هر نوع شرایط توازن بدن خود را نگاه بکند. اگر جمپ میکنه از هر جای خود قیل میاندازه یا جنگ میکنه خود کنترل کرده میتونه، یعنی برای حرکت های بدن خود را کنترل میکنه. مثلا یک دانسر، کسی که دانس میکنه، رقص میکنه، یک رقاصه، او قسم که او اعضای بدن خود که بالانس را نگاه میکنه و رقص میکنه ما نمیتونیم، به خاطر که او کیاس اونمو تخصص کرده، مثلا داود زحمت کشیده، پرکتیس کرده، بالاخره او استعداد کسب کرده. یعنی معنی هستن که استعداد بدون از به دست آوردن، بدون از اینکه شما سرشان فکر کنین، بدون از اینکه شما زحمت بکشین، شما استعداد رو به دست آوردن نمیتونین. So special intelligence, which is also called motor intelligence, these people are also called picture smart people. So the ability to represent the outer world and tell in your mind, it gives you the ability to know where you are in space. Those people who are having a special intelligence, their characteristics and traits are like art and drawing. They are very good at drawing some things. They are good at painting. They are good at reading the maps, and they are good in things in a picture. So those who have heightened special intelligence have the ability to create images and draw 2D and 3D images or designs. کسایی که استعداد خاص را داره او را ما میگیم این اشخاص که از picture smart people هستند. یعنی یا میتونن که رسامی خود کند، یا میتونن که رنگمالی خود کند، یا میتونن رنگمالی مالایی که مثلا خود رسامی و چیکار میتونه، و همچنان میتونه وقتی که نقشه را مطالعه میکنه نقشه را بسیار با آسانی مطالعه کرده میتونه، وقتی که فکر در عکس میکنه یک تصویر میکنه بسیار با آسانی او را برای شما مطلبشان میکشه. کسایی که رسامی به شکلی یعنی رسامی کردن کاری هر کسی نیست، مطالعه کردن یا فهماندن نقشه هم از قابلیت همه انسان در دستش همه انسان نیست. اونی کسایی که مستقیما دی استعداد داره او را ما سپیشل اینتلیجنس میگیم. یعنی هیچ انسان نمیتونه در کل رشته‌ها استعداد داشته باشه. به این خاطر ما میگیم که هر کس در رشته خود زحمت بکشه، در رشته خود کسی که در جای او کار میکند باید محبت امرای کار خود داشته باشه، همدردی امرایش داشته باشد، به وجدان خود قناعت داده باشد، یعنی زحمت زیاد کشیده باشد. پس اونمو شخص در اونمو رشته استعدادش کسب میکنه. یک نفر نمیتونه در کل رشته ها با استعداد باشد. So musical intelligence, it is the same as it is, as you better know that it's not the job of everyone to play a music or to know different kind of sounds and rhythms. It is all those who do a lot of practice in this and who do are having a really interested in doing this. So musical intelligence is a rare kind of intelligence. People with this profile have the ability to listen to sound and music and identify different patterns and notes with ease. This intelligence group is usually known as having the absolute pitch. A person with the musical intelligence can easily create harmonies and songs and can often learn to play an instrument alone from the simple knowledge of a theory or by listening to a piece of music. It means their music intelligence, everyone could not be in such position. So this intelligence enables to recognize, create, reproduce, and reflect on music as demonstrated by the composer, conductors, musician, vocalist, and sensitive listeners. Interestingly, there is often an effective connection between music and the emotions. And mathematicals and musical intelligence may share common thinking process. Young adults with this kind of intelligence are usually singing or drumming to themselves. They are usually quite aware of sound other may miss. اشخاصی که استعداد موسیقی را دارد، امرای مختلف قسم صداها و آشنایی داشته می باشد، می تواند که مختلف نوع صداها را تفکیک بکند. ولی خواندن یا موسیقی کار هر کسی هم نیست. و کسایی که در رشته تخصص مانایی که در زحمت کشیده پس او استعداد کسب کرده. یعنی برای ما و شما در کل یک پیغام هستن. اگر ما بخوایم که با استعداد باشیم در رشته خود میتوانیم که ما شویم اگر ما بخوایم زحمت بکشیم. یکی کسانی که در رشته خود بسیار لایق و استعداد دارد او مفت نیست، او قسم نامده نه کدام جای خریده بلکه او زحمت کشیده. So another type of intelligence that is called musical intelligence, which is mostly having this ability for those who are musicians and volcanists. They know they're the great composer. We cannot do it because they do it because of their abilities. So it's all about some sort and kinds of intelligence in their characteristics, while the remaining types of the types and characteristics of intelligence, the lecture will be delivered in our lecture of lecture 14. Thank you, all the best. Thank you, all the best. Wish you happy and prosperous life. Go ahead. Till then, to see you again, to be here with you once again. Allah Hafiz, wish you all the best. Keep me in your prayers.